ever lived a life where so many expect so much from you. We all open our eyes to this universe without a care, without knowledge, without a path to bear before us. And it was a glorious time of innocence. We didn't know. Therefore, we didn't have to care for stress, evil, and chaos. Orion, I expect many things from you.
Excuse me, sir.
When I see you, I see a child. A child whose mind is unclear of what the future is to behold. A child who's grown enough to learn, to know. A child prepared to lead.
Sir, I don't understand. To lead?
Do you know what this is?
It's the matrix of leadership. It holds powers and abilities some do not know.
Not many know of its knowledge, because some do not deserve to be fed it to them. Some need to learn the way. Orion Pax, I need you to lead the Autobots to victory.
Why me?
Your innocence, your need for justice, your thirst for knowledge, and your constant need to try to change things for the better. Do not archive the knowledge. Let it be your guide. Become what I strive to be. And become Optimus.
Sentinel, how can I?
Optimus. 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 Optimus.
Optimus!
Be what?
I heard Magnus, Crosshairs, and Tailgate are heading off to fight some cons. Can I go? Can I?
I don't care. I'm not the Prime anymore. Magnus is. It's his call.
Oh yeah! Oopsie poopsie. Well, enjoy your iron, John. Whee!
What an idiot.
Why do we even have Bumblebee here?
Bumblebee, report for combat. Here's this fucking beast cobra and I need, you know what. Enough said.
What does that tell you?
I don't know. I only know the bar.
Okay.
The bar is all I know.
Yeah, cool, whatever.
In my mind, there is nothing but the bar.
Shut the fuck up, Swerve!
Such attitude! Were you like that when you were a Prime?
Whatever.
No, seriously. I don't know. I only know of the bar.
Fuck off!
Ouch! What the hell was that for?
Excuse me?
The piece of paper flown at my face!
What? I don't know what you're saying.
Seriously?
Look, Screamy, this world of Earth has materials never seen on Cybertron. The wild piece of paper probably just flew by. All part of nature.
There's no wind.
It doesn't take a fucking nature's fart for wild paper bollicus to bounce.
What are we doing here?
For the 14th time.
I counted 15. Not really, though. I'm fucking with you.
Shut up! We're here to scout this potato chip factory.
Why?
The machines are powered by energy. Energy needs energon. Do you know what that means?
They're making Skynet?
No, Lugnut. They're... Stop it!
You can't stop nature. I'm not God, or Primus, or the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Where?
See what you did?
Made this video worse?
Lugnut, there's no giant Stay Powerpuff Marshmallow Man. It's just the... What the fuck? Okay, I know it's you. I get the paper balls. But airplanes? Why?
Guys,
You know, I'm tired of your sarcastic tone.
if it's not too much trouble.
Oh, sure. Blame it on the tone, not the words.
Guys,
That's exactly it. I don't give a fuck what you call it.
I'm just trying to give the words some credit.
How the hell does that make any sense?
Sense? Sorry. You can't make words have taste.
Look, you sissy tonsil swarming butt nuggets! People with big-ass guns are about to ram barrels at your heads, so deal with your nail fetish later!
Well, shit.
What do we do now?
Let's cornhole these humans.
Let's fight for our glorious leader,
Well, Lugnut, I'm flattered, but...
Lord Haagen-Dazs!
Wow. Can he remember anything?
Not unless it's a movie reference. Also, these humans are cute. Wait, why haven't they fired yet?
They're waiting.
For what?
For them!
All right, cons.
Let's dance.
Are you an edgy teenager who thinks Kingdom Hearts has complex writing? Are dark alternative OCs of characters your thing? Listening to Evanescence on full blast. Turn down that ruckus! Nemesis Prime is the perfect gift for you, just make sure you have a Keyblade. This unnatural entity didn't really take off until Transformers Armada and was introduced as a monster taking the form of the Autobot leader, even sharing his strengths with the bonus of being able to rebuild himself and scare the bejeebas out of me. While he was only in one episode at the time, the idea of a dark opposite to Optimus and his sheer power gained him a popular following, with many Takara repaints and a few from Hasbro following the footsteps. Power of the Primes was also given the treatment with an Amazon exclusive pack and introduced the idea of a dark version of Optimus Prime's past self as Nemesis packs. With all this and more, is it too much, or can he pull himself together? Nemesis Prime transforms into a semi-rig. Well, actually, Nemesis Pax is the truck, and the trailer is the Evolution Prime setup. This beast is completely decked out in black, with a G1 theme sticker running the side of the trailer in silver and teal, red transparent and painted windows on the front, silver highlights, and teal for the cab. The overall aesthetic of the mold really isn't consistent and clean, but thanks to the dark deco, it seems to hide a lot of the blemishes. But take a closer inspection and you'll find the arms resting there, joints, and aggressive panel lining. A part of me accepts it considering there's so much going on, but is that a good excuse? I'm not a toy designer, but I feel they could have fixed this. Oh well, good enough, let's ship it. You can detach the trailer from the, head, and yeah, starting to really pick out the imperfections. I guess it's close enough to a truck, but those heels... Did you even try? The cab seems pretty small, but hello, trailer. And the smokestacks are tiny. I'm sorry, Studio Series Optimus Prime, you're forgiven. Now, Nemesis Prime is slightly more expensive than the average leader figure of its time, which I expected being an Amazon exclusive. But they made up for it with a couple of swords and guns. Open up the sides and you can plug the guns here Magnus style. You'll get a huge gap on the side, but... that cab, though. There's no tap, so they just swing open, and there's no flow, but with bulky weapons like those, who cares? Just have fun. The swords can combine and attach to the top, feel slapped on, but... welcome to Transformers. The rifle, carried over from the original deco, attaches between the arms. We'll come back to it later. Don't turn that remote. If you value your hands, don't fucking turn that goddamn remote. You could also stand a Prime Master on the trailer, but that seems a little dangerous. Not because of safety concerns, but because of riding a demonic robot alien truck. Alt mode isn't perfect, but if you feel it gets the job done, then you shouldn't be too worried about it. Just wish they did more. Robot mode! Pax is an accidental child of Power the Prime's Optimus Prime and Hasbro's need for money. It's an interesting concept that landed on our doorstep that I hope they continue down the road. Though I'm guessing a demonic opposite to a librarian is just balls to the wall loud as fuck. The head seems to be a chunky version of Optimus Prime, and while I think I'd prefer something closer to the Orion Pax base, it wins an edgy teen mohawk made of raptor claws. I don't care for the head rotation. It's too tight, and considering the joint it's on, it could break. Good news is you can leave it straight in each mode. Did someone say articulation? Head rotates, ball joint shoulders, double elbow, ball joint hips, knee bend, and feet. Oh, the feet! They're just on a pin and there's no appropriate stopping point to keep it straight, so if you shift his weight forward, he cripples. While I appreciate the covers for the ball joints moving separately from the leg, it can tag onto the leg itself and put it to a halt. I don't think it will break, I'm just starting an awareness campaign. This might be mine, but these back titties don't like to stay in place. They flap in the wind, so I might have to fix it. But where are the weapons? Well, it's hiding on the top of the trailer. If you call it hiding. It's tricky to open and a little more work than I want. You'll probably have to pop off these side panels, but when you get it out, split it in half, and you have two legitimate blasters. Might be a little chunky looking and short, but they work perfectly fine on their own as he dual wields them. But if you're not into that, you can use any of the swords, and these blasters won't work. Oh. The color scheme is great with that teal, silver, and trans red branching out while still keeping an unlit cosmetic design. And while the feet suck edgy dick, the Goblin Prime face and compelling concept is really intriguing. But the fun doesn't stop there. It's Nemesis Prime, not just PAX, for a reason. The Nemesis Prime armor engulfs the block of Nemesis packs to fill the empty void within his chest. I'm jealous. And locks itself into place. Keep in mind there's a black tab in the back that you'll have to push down to unlock. Though I will admit, without it, it's probably more amusing than it should be, like those carnival cutouts you put your face in. Make sure you flip up the peg or the tooth fairy's gonna kick your shit in. In the typical fashion, Nemesis Prime's deco remains continuous through the years, with black as the main color, teal and gunmetal accents, and transparent red for the windows. It's good, but it's missing something. Weapon additions aside, the core figure feels like it's lacking something, and I think there's just too much black. Now that's a good thing in a way because those absurd panels tuck away in the shadows. I mean, Nemesis Prime has kind of become a tradition. I don't know how it'll be with the Takara Hasbro mishmash, but nearly every Prime toy has had a black deco. Waiting for MP44's turn. But this needs a bit more teal or silver. Not a lot so it doesn't take away from the dark concept, but it's taken back from the rest of the pack. Samurai Jack. Again, much like the PAX figure, his head mold has changed over to a new design, but not as new as you probably think. This sculpt matches that of the TFCC Toxitron from the Combiner Wars mold. It's like the Decepticon logo plowed Optimus Prime in the face to make this, and for some reason he feels unsettlingly joyous. I think he's going to say the F word. Did someone say articulation? Ball jointed head, shoulders out and in, forward and back, rotation below, elbow bend, hips out and in, forward and back, rotation below, knee bend, foot forward and back, and tilt side to side. With the exception of the loose in and out hip joints and feet that should have locked into place, most of the joints are pretty solid. You can flip up the shoulder panel and raise the arms to terrorize bears. I don't like how everything shifts when you move the arms. I feel like the panels could break. And even though his thighs are hollow, most of everything else is pretty well covered. Yes, the kibble covering the gaps on the arms count. He feels pretty solid for the most part, aside from the torso panels that can lock out of place. He feels pretty thick. Maybe that has something to do with the guy's legs on the back. Considering everything going on here, I'll let it slide. It can't be perfect with an evolution gimmick like this, and I generally like the concept as long as it works. Aside from the obvious, his design cues are based off the Masterpiece toy. The second one, if you're confused. You can open up the chest and continue to open the secondary chest and try to get your sausage fingers inside to pull out the Matrix. It's just better to pop out the little guy and grab it from here. It's someone's turn on the Xbox. The Matrix is a neat idea with a black holder, purple frame, and trans red core. You can remove this and replace it with any of the Prime Masters and a majority of the Titans Returns head. It may be stupid, but dare to be stupid. Aside from this, Nemesis Prime comes with a hefty amount of accessories. His two smaller blasters combine to form the traditional ion blaster carried over from the original mold. It's pretty good, but let's add it to Pax's hand for storage as we take a look at the bonus weaponry that's exclusive to the set. Two giant blasters that can plug into the side of the arm, suggesting a nice nod to the original Armada figure, the very first version of Nemesis Prime. Skirts don't count! Somebody's been eating his spinach. If you don't get the joke. That's sad. He also comes with 2 swords, a nice dark saber with a gunmetal hilt and red blade that I'm sure somebody will use for Grimlock or Volcanicus, and another sword that's another character. Transform it and introduce yourself to Decepticon Giza. I feel like I just opened up a dark portal just saying that. Another nod to a previous Nemesis Prime figure, specifically the Arms Micron from the Takara Prime toy. There's not much going on for articulation, and while it's not a significant part of the toy, I gotta say that his sharp long wings is something to behold. You can attach the dark saber to his legs and... this is terrifying. Could you imagine if birds could wield swords? I think we'd be afraid to go outside. Both blades look cool, and with all these accessories, it's nice to get, but I'm not sure if it really fits him. I mean, our mods suggest he could probably morph a bit from the Optimus base, but I don't think he's one to accessorize. Just wish they could fix the damn feet because... oh, whoa! Are those stickers? Dude! Fuck off! I really enjoy having Nemesis Prime in my collection, and while the dark color really hides some visual distaste of the original, he just doesn't pop as much as I hoped for. It's weird too because the weapons do the opposite and make him look too busy. I think he just needs a little more teal or gunmetal gray. Not a lot that steps away from the core idea, but just enough to show up so he doesn't get run over crossing the street at dark. There's a lot of tiny detail just screaming for help that I feel there would be no harm in touching up. Otherwise, he's an alright toy. If you've got the Optimus Prime and like it, you get a little more out of this. If you're not interested, it's not like you need it, but if you have had no luck in getting a twisted version of our hero, then maybe this is for you. It all depends on what you want. And hey! Prime lives matter. Hello guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time I got a bucket load of Transformers. This is only the first package of 2 packages that I'm going to get with the total of 10 Transformers. Some of them are small, some of them are about, I think, deluxe size. But Amazon had an awesome deal. They had some of these deluxes, which were from Studio Series that are normally about 30 bucks, for $10 or $15. And then some of the Speed Series Transformers went down from $9 to $3. That's a little hint of what's in the box. Anyway, since I'm getting the second half later down the road, I will just combine it all into one video. With that said, let's go ahead and open up the box. Ah! Always cut away from yourself. Brown paper. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. So this is mostly the smaller Transformers, but I did get a couple of deluxes. The first thing we have is the Transformers Cyberverse Scout Class Starscream. I saw it was cheap, and apparently the box is slightly open on the side, but yeah, I kind of like the gimmick, I like the look of it, so I decided, you know what, this was about $3. Might as well get it. The next one we have is the Transformers Bumblebee movie Speed Series Optimus Prime. Again, it was around $3 to $4, and I wasn't sure about getting the Optimus Prime just because there's something that doesn't look right about it. But, I mean, for that price, why not? I like this class, so... yeah. And then we also have the Transformers Bumblebee movie Speed Series Camaro version Bumblebee. I have the Volkswagen version of this, so I decide, you know what? This is cheap. Might as well grab that too. It looks better than the original one, I'll tell you that. And last but not least, for the Speed series right now, we have the Transformers Bumblebee movie Speed series Barricade. They did not have Hot Rod for the same price. They did not have the Volkswagen Bumblebee, but I already have that. And, you know, Barricade's cool. He was actually my first Legend-sized Transformer. Either that or I think Ratchet, but I believe it was Barricade, the original first movie one. And yeah, he comes back and he's got that little cop car, and he looks cool. Moving right along from that, this finally went down in price for about, I think it was $10 or $15, I can't remember exactly. But this is Transformers Titans Returns Autobot Twinferno. And, yeah, I don't know why I never got it. I think some people just said that they didn't like it. I didn't really understand why, but, I kind of liked the idea of it, but I kind of steered away because there was also Trigger Happy and Hot Rod and Six Shot and whatnot. And also, they didn't really release these too well. Like, we got Wave 1 of the Titans Return stuff, and then I believe, like, for the year, and then I believe they moved on right away. But yeah, I'm pretty happy to get this guy. He looks very cool, and I've got one of the other Beast Transformers from the line. And last but not least is the Transformers Studio Series. Well, last but not least for this box. It's the Studio Series Shadow Raider. And he is a repaint of Lockdown. He's apparently one of the mercenaries or whatever that works for Lockdown. And he looks really cool. I love the green visor. Now, I originally was going to get this guy for about $30, but I wasn't sure because there were so many other Studio Series stuff and I didn't really have a lot of money. But $10 for it? That's pretty good. That's not even half the price out here. That is like a third of the price. And let's hope it's well worth it because he's a pretty cool looking bucko. So yeah, with that out of the way, that is the first half of the package. But of course, we got more coming. Ooh, another box! Let's take a look at what's inside. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. Alright, so let's start with the smallest thing. It's funny because I got these on the discount, including this, and it went back up for like $17, which is way too much for it. It was $4 when I bought it. It is the Transformers The Last Night Megatron, the Legion class figure. I love the Voyager one. I heard good things about this. It was very cheap, so I thought, why not? The next figure we have is the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Jazz. Look at that guy. Doesn't he look so cool? Yeah, Jazz doesn't really get enough love now, does he? He's a cool looking figure, even though he's got a backpack, but who cares? I mean, a lot of figures have backpacks. He just looks really awesome. And yeah, he's small, but I got him for a good price. The next figure we have is the Lockdown figure. So yeah, I got Shadow Raider, I got Lockdown, so I got both of them. And he definitely looks a lot better than that stupid little deluxe one from Age of Extinction. Yeah, now I got the whole wave of deluxe figures. Speaking of getting the whole wave of deluxe figures, we also have the Dark of the Moon Ratchet, which I thought was funny because I had these two in the box and they don't really go so well together. But anyways, I have the original color scheme and I thought, you know what? Let's get the Dark of the Moon one. I really like the deco. I like the nice tone of green in this. So yeah, decided to pick it up. Woo! So that has been my unboxing. I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun dudes. And I will see you guys next time.
Attention Decepticons! I'll give you this one chance to surrender. Give up now, there's no use.
Never. This is the day when 4 useless Autobots get crushed underneath our feet.
Yeah, plus I killed off like 10 humans during the whole conversation. So someone's about to get fucked.
Ooh, I volunteer as tribute, as the kids would say.
I understood that reference.
Bugnet, I understood that reference.
The first moment's in the second episode, and all we've done is make references. Why the hell is this my first line?
Alright then, you leave me no other choice. I am forced to do what is necessary.
Try me.
Starscream, I'll give you one last chance. Stop this now.
No.
Pretty please?
Hell no. Wait, what?
Well, that didn't work. Autobots, it's time to kill some Decepticons!
Sounds legit.
I'm ready!
I feel all tingly inside.
I say we pull off all their limbs, just like Chuck Norris would have done.
What?
Still, sounds legit.
Let's ram them so hard There'll be bleeding cum everywhere.
I'll try anything once.
Okay, now that's where I draw the line.
You think Optimus Prime would have said that?
Well, Optimus Prime ain't here right now. He's gone retarded.
You mean retired?
No talking in the ranks, maggot.
Magnus!
Bumblebee, unless it's a fist approaching my face to harm me, I don't care!
I'll keep that one in mind!
Let's end this, Autobots.
Bumblebee, you take Starscream.
Which one is that?
You've been at this war longer than me, and you have no idea who the second in command is?
I don't get out much. I mostly stay to watch Care Bears. I have all the DVDs.
And Blu-ray?
Who the freaky deaky is Blu-ray? Silly!
Oh.
Starscream is the gray one.
Actually, Starscream is the red one.
Is it? Wait, now I'm confused.
Which is the green one?
That's me, dumbass.
I want a taste of me.
I'm the black one.
I know, Barricade.
Fuck it, let's fight.
Yeah, fuck it.
What kind of deja vu nonsense is this?
I know, it's like watching all the Fast and Furious movies.
They're not the same embraces of sluts!
Go ahead, Bug. Take your best shot.
Crosshairs.
Yeah!
What should I do?
I don't know. Hit him?
Like this?
No, harder.
Am I doing this right?
No, harder!
Oh, I can feel it getting harder.
I'm enjoying this too much.
Ultra Magnus, I have Barricade in sight, but Bumblebee's head is in the way. Permission to shoot?
Negative, soldier. You could kill both Barricade and Bumblebee.
Could? I would have to kill Bumblebee. His head is in the way. It's a chance I'm willing to take, and I think Bumblebee can sacrifice himself for it.
I prefer not to be shot.
Bumblebee, stay out of it.
Crosshairs, no. What would Jesus do?
And the Matrix.
The what? Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, that too.
So to be clear, that was a I'll think about it?
For the love of God.
Shit, I got a boo-boo. Decepticons, retreat!
What? I was just getting started.
Now.
Proud second in command, ladies and gentlemen.
Well. I think I did good. For a prime, that is.
No! You didn't. You didn't suck. But I wouldn't call you a prime.
B, shut up. Let's just enjoy the moment.
Can I shoot B now?
Ran out of the lab 40 years back.
Your father, insert name here.
What a beautiful name.
Mr. Fuckface.
Larry and
Yes?
Show has been changed.
Larry and Nicholas want pancakes because passion and shit, but they can't get to the store by the time breakfast is over. So they get Sonic to go to the store, but Sonic wants something in return. So Larry and Nicholas go to Walmart to pick up some porn mags Sonic wants. They bring it back, and Sonic tells them they had plenty of time to go pick up pancakes. And then Sonic beats himself.
Who sent this story?
I think I did. I'm looking through the Transformers Insane Asylum photos. I remember writing that now.
Larry?
I don't remember the story.
Why are you cheating on me?
Hey, look! Sonic is a very attractive man.
He's not a man. He's an animal.
Okay, fine. He's a very attractive animal. Oh shit! Now I gotta go to jail.
Hey,
Or
shut the fuck up. everyone. I'm back from movie stuff. Whoa, it's superstar legend Finn Wolfhard! So you heard what? Presumably. These film stars, they always get so arrogant. Were you in a film? I assure you I have no idea what you're talking about. Would you like a signed copy? Well, I'm off to help another family. But will we ever see you again? Yeah, you bought me. Seems like it's the year of the Bumblebee. He's taking the lead role in a TV show, the headline of the latest action feature film, and suddenly everyone remembered Jerry Seinfeld. While keeping tabs on the beige cues like the headlights on the chest and head similarities, Bumblebee seems to go closer to his roots with the smaller size, more round shape, and more friendly approach, keeping the respect of the original source we love, rather than, let's give Devastator balls! Now there's not too many major robot characters in the film with the smaller cast, so they threw the mainline toys into the running studio series, a toy line featuring movie characters throughout the years. So how does CB7, NBE2, B127, Bumblebee stand out? In the studio series line, each main figure comes with a cardboard insert that can open up and become a display backdrop. In this case, Bumblebee's backdrop shows his film logo, and the artwork is that of Charlie's garage, seen first in the trailer. Bumblebee transforms into a Volkswagen Beetle, the same used in the film, but also similar to his original Generation 1 incarnation. I strongly believe this was a pretty good move on their part, trying to go back to basics over the, let's just make the next film louder. The paint is pretty simple, missing some of the silver outline, but funny enough, they did paint these little lights on top, red lights on the back, and even the windshield wipers, but paint the damn Volkswagen logo! The painted yellow doesn't match the molded plastic, but hands up, who thought it would? Anyone? No one? Speaking of hands, you could totally pull off the scene where Bumblebee's grabbing the rails in car mode. The coloring doesn't bother me, although I feel like it's missing something with the sunshine of yellow. Also, the clear plastic reveals a lot of the interior kibble, but I'm not sure if I'd prefer tinted or painted windows. Would the colors clash or blend with the toy? Would a dark color disrupt its bright style? Doomed if you do, doomed if you don't. Wheels roll fine and are exceptionally detailed with the molded gray rims and Volkswagen logo in the center. If only the front ones didn't have these pesky gaps. Ah, shucks. Also, just like the film, you could see his little noggin poking at the bottom. It's a nice inside joke to the collectors of the toys, but is this really an obscure reference or just convenient? Weapons can attach, but some of it feels like an afterthought. Gun plugs into his poopy hole, the blade just slips onto the arm, and the mask tabs on the front. Uncomfortable to attach, but now the car has insect sensors that can pick up delicious nectar or something. If you can manage with the painful transformation and tab everything right, the resulting toy is enjoyably fun. It's about time we got a Bumblebee anyone can recognize. But is this a wreck in hiding? Robot mode. Bumblebee in robot mode, but before we dive into the weapons, sculpting, and whatnot, there's some buyer beware things I'd like to say. There was a clear tab on the back I had to shave off completely. It really wasn't doing anything except be offset from this gap it's supposed to go into. It was just pushing against everything, making it difficult. I also tried to shave down the gray tab to try to fit the backpack in as far as it would go. It really doesn't do a good job, and I'm sure I can get it in further, but it's an even bigger pain to try and get it back out. It's not worth it. If it helps, pushing the head forward can get this panel out of the way, making more room. Also, if you swing the arms down and push the wheel wells in, you'll get a little more room with it too. Even with that, I'm not happy with how they presented this. Not just the fact that you have a chunk of car hanging off the toy, but the clear plastic and forced use makes it concerning. There's already stress marks. Alright, back to my goofy self. T-pose. The mold work on Bumblebee itself is pretty fantastic. Love how they twisted the titties and composed it to flow with the toy, and I swear his intestines are made from an engine block. Nice sneakers, dude. Shooting some b-ball? I'm hip. The head sculpt is wonderful. The painted and molded yellow separating the parts is not working for it, but the design evokes the original Bay design with a more friendly twist. Also feels more retro with those head, side, vent things. Red Autobot logo, painted blue eyes, and antennas of enthusiasm are all welcome additions. May not be the original Generation 1 face, but Travis, I applaud you. Did someone say articulation? Ball jointed head, hinge, ball jointed shoulders, rotation below that I'm not going to bother with because I don't trust it. Elbow bend, waist rotation, ball jointed hips, rotation below, hinged knee, feet forward and back, and tilt. Whoa! So you can get some decent enough poses, but everything's better with weapon accessories. Bumblebee comes with an alternative battle mask, provoking a more insect-like face. Paint blue eyes are nice, but it certainly needs more paint to actually stand out rather than become a yellow blob. Alternatively, you can leave both the faces off and not sleep for a week. You could strip him of an arm and replace it with a cannon. It feels oddly small, but I believe that's the point. Didn't think a cannon would be cute, but looky here. Only plugs into one arm with a black attachment, but we won't leave the other one in the dust. He also comes with a blade that attaches to the side of the arm. This is probably the most enjoyable accessory out of them. Just slashing this around after watching 80s ninja films. The silver highlights the detail, but I love how it flows with the arm. You could also attach this to the cannon and have a battle-ready arm. Now you can reenact the scene where Bumblebee's taken on. I'm not opening that can of worms. If you have no use for these, there is weapon storage, but I'm gonna warn you, it's lame. The sword and gun just slap onto the tabs, but I feel like they could have done something different. If you got both of them, they just sort of stick out. You could try to plug the arm in, but mine seems to pop off. The unused face can be added to the window wing, but what is this? No! No! Or there's another thing you could do. Throw it away. Yo, I don't do this normally, but how is the sow? Yeah, he's smaller than the average deluxe, even in the Studio Series toy line, but I think it works considering originally he was a mini-bot, and in this film, he seems shorter than his previous movie incarnation. This begs the question, is Studio Series Bumblebee movie Bumblebee, yes, I had to say that specifically, worth getting? To put it to you this way, the robot mode is pretty fun, and the alt mode is also pretty fun. It's the in-between that gets in the way. The mode's issues can be looked past, but the transformation consequences seem to take a toll on the figure to where it's just not as fun as I hope. There's a few stress marks on the windows as is, and doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of this toy? This isn't a hero masher or a statue with a brand of Transformers. This is sold as a Transformers toy with the purpose of a working transformation, and it's just not fun in that fact, and hard to bear. If you don't care about that, I'd say Bumblebee's a good piece, but maybe get an Energon Igniter to make up for the car. Also, door wings? Who cares? And here's hoping for good things with the film. Just don't be the previous movie. Stay far away from that.